candidates that have emerged become victorious in the 2023 general election. I'm still a full member, committed member of the People's Democratic Party. Of course, like you have said, there are times you could have disagreements, and what is left out there to the public may not necessarily or actually be the simple truth. You may have read in the social media, in the electronic media, in the print media, all kinds of things. I just want to say clearly that what I believe in and what I continue to stand for is equity, justice, and fairness. It doesn't matter whose interest is involved. What we're talking about today, we're not talking about a presidential candidate. The primaries have come and gone. We're not talking about the vice presidential candidate. The candidate of the party has made his choice, and which everybody has accepted, and therefore that is not the issue today. The issue as it is today is, as it is provided in our constitution of the party, section 70C makes it clear that there shall, not that there may, there shall be zoning of party offices and elective offices. Very clear. It was not. It's not ambiguous. It's not ambiguous. It is made clear that this is what is supposed to be, or what should be done. And people who want ascent to political power will always try to manipulate the system in order to suit them. And when they are doing this, they do not let the public know the actual facts. All they do is to slant the story or stories in such a way that it will deceive the public. The founding fathers of our party never made a mistake. They knew the country called Nigeria and the complexity of this country, and therefore in doing things about to move this country forward, they arrange it in such a way we will not have problems in our party. People should not forget history. It may not be favorable to you, but for the sake of the society and of the country, you must remember. In 2013, 2014, you remember there was this issue of the presidential candidates of the party, which of course at that time we had our president, President Jonathan, who emerged as the presidential candidate of our party, being the People's Democratic Party. You also recollect in that convention that
you can be very sure that the exchange rate could be worse than what it is currently. And what the central bank is doing is try to manage the rate. That's what we are doing. But in
Labour, I'd like to let you know that the 4 major TV networks in Nigeria, talking of the Nigerian Television Authority, the African Independent Television Authority.
I tell my children that I cannot be a president because I don't come from a particular section of the country. But at the appropriate time, we'll be able to let you know, because a lot of people forget things and then turn around to do different things. So in any group was the final meeting where we agreed. And in doing so, when I said, look, Secondus and chairman of the party, he already, because it's the position of the South that the president has to come to the South. And the president cannot come to the South if you are the chairman of the party. Because by a convention, by our constitution of the party, this is what it is stated. And so it was not as if it was a personal thing. In order to allow of our decision in the Southern Governor Forum, then this has to be done. And so we went to the party. Arguments and counter-arguments. In fact, it was surprising to me when I saw the behavior of some of the governors who were even the conveners of this Southern Governor Forum meeting started shifting. That no, the chairmanship should not be sold. And we said why? It must be sold. The chairman must either remain in South or he goes to the North. Luckily, the party set up a committee for sold. And in that committee, the governor of Enugu State was the chairman. Governor Otto was the deputy chairman for the zoning of the party offices. Cleverly, as some people may always think that clever, they came up with the issue, oh no, zone only the party offices, don't zone the elective offices. And some of us say, how can you only zone party offices? You will not zone elective offices. You know, so many people, some people believe they are too intelligent than others. And some of us say, look, this will at the end of the day cause crisis for us. If we do not now state it frantically, this is what should be done. And for us to move on. This problem you think you are trying to avoid will at the end of the day resonate. And it will be a crisis for us. And at that time, it will be too late. Now, the chairmanship was now zoned to the North. And that was why there's nobody from the South who contested that. Also remember, when we lost election in 2015, the party sat and formed the committee under Ekweremadu. And that committee came up and said, let us zone the presidency to the North. And that was why in 2018 convention, there was nobody from the South who contested for that. All the aspirants at that time came from the North. And everybody will remember. I was arrogant for a campaign of Wasiri Tambo. And when we lost, I never hid my intention. Wasiri Adamawa came. I said, look, the primary was over. We'll give you all the necessary support. And which we did. There's no state of PDP that will say they contributed more than River State. There's not one state of PDP that will say so. And I challenge any state, and I also challenge the candidate today to tell PDP members if there's any state that contributed in whatever way in order for him to emerge victorious at the national election. So, those of them who thought they are too powerful, they are highly connected, they are the founding fathers of the party, they own the party, they now said there should be no zoning of the presidential ticket. Leave it open let the best candidate emerge because they think they have the numbers. We have justice in our constitution. Not knowing that we're laying the foundation, a seed of discord in future. So as it mattered at that time, oh, it's okay. No, all of us. But before the primaries, and how are you? I got as chairman. And I stand to challenge everybody. I stand to challenge everybody. And let Ayu himself say. Ayu never allowed my phone to rest. Every day, thank you. I will assure you, we'll make sure this party is united, that to all kinds of things and that. Well, that's history now. He became the chairman. And said, listen, what's going on? He said, well, they started selling funds. I said, but you have set up a committee for zoning. Now headed by the governor of Benue State. They started selling funds. I thought, can you start selling funds when we have not discussed the issue of zoning? So clearly, then I came up, we're still people have bought funds. They have no need to zone. I mean, at this level of our life. I mean, my mother used to say that, look, they may have felt she did not go to school, but she hears shut up. That one, you don't need to go to school to know that somebody said shut up. Although, when I see fraud, when I see manipulation, and I said, look, this thing will put us into crisis. So, okay, let's go in for the campaign. Some of us came out to say we are going to run. And in the name of God, I came out with everything because I believe at this time in our country, we must have people who are dedicated and committed and have passion for this country. People who want to really solve this problem. The only thing that I can tell you today, I feel pain that I don't have the opportunity to file bank. I don't have the opportunity to file oil theft. If there are two things I told myself I was going to do, was to take on insecurity head on and the issue of oil theft that's affecting our economy today. As president, yes, but be it as it may, it was always God that gives power. And so you will not go and keep, but the day you were born, you were not told this is what you will be. Rather, your parents will pray for you. I want my child, I want my daughter to be a great person tomorrow. But you'll be president through PDP. You'll be president through APC. You will be this. No. It doesn't happen that way. Now, we went for the primary. We campaigned. Seriously, we campaigned. And they were shocked. Because if you look at the modus of our campaign, nobody was a DG. No portrait of the people going to be moles. So you don't know the assignment. Meetings upon meetings. A whole national chairman. Nothing. Some of the presidential aspirants at that time, that if Wike wins, he was going to resign. In fact, he was calling aspirants to withdraw from Atiku Abubakar. Malam Muhammad is there. Saraki is there. Tambama is there. Meetings were called upon. You must withdraw. If not, we will lose. Wike will win. So don't say, but the issue is not about Wike. Nobody fights it, no Wike, but it is, we want to. So it took, this is the national chairman of a party. supposed to be the chief umpire.
This was before the primaries.
Yes. Even if the grant of the primary, that was why we started the primary very, very late. The man was supposed to 10, 11. We started around 5:30 to 6. This is how many who are delegates? 774 local government. Underground used to have 4,000 and 5,000. 774. So what was going on? Meetings upon meetings upon meetings, putting pressure, step down, step down. Some retired generals were involved. Some of the meetings were held in their houses. So, but even in the campaign, in the committee of the convention, when we met in Benue Governor's Lodge with the National Working Committee, I raised it as national chairman. These people are chairman of this committee are all known supporters of Atiku Abubakar. He swore, oh no, he was going to Casino. Just to let you know that if we don't want this convention, we would have gone to court. But we don't want the party to be in crisis. Therefore, do the right thing. So at the end of the day, all of us will be happy that the party has done a good convention and the winner has emerged with that rank. We are opposition party. We are not in the ruling party. Therefore, we must conduct ourselves in such a way that there should not be internal crisis that may not be resolved before the general election. There was nothing I didn't do. Manipulation of delegates list, litigations of there was nothing he didn't do. And unfortunately today, the numbers were not adding up. There's nothing they didn't do to make sure that Wike did not survive. So, we went for the convention. And they came. You remember, I spoke last. You remember, I spoke based on alphabetical order. And when I came out to speak, of course, there was danger. The version was dangerous. So it became a problem to them. Now, to tell you, Abuja was highly disappointed by the former Senate President. Very experienced, very seasoned. All these things were all set up to manipulate the system.
Which of them?
He was the chairman of the convention, planning committee. It has never happened in the history of election. In fact, when you are speaking, whatever thing you want to do, it's at that point you will say it. But everybody has spoken. I have spoken. We have now started for them to commence vote. A whole chairman of National Convention Planning Committee announced that said that there's an announcement. It has never happened anywhere. Announcement who we are thinking would be, look, for security reasons, don't pass this way. Or there's something that was just, picked up. I don't know what anybody has been so your phone or whatever. Such announcements were expected. Was to give back the microphone to Tambo to come again and speak after everybody has spoken. To say, my brothers, I want to withdraw. Okay, not even say you want to withdraw. You know what I heard? That they should vote for Atiku Abubakar. At that point, if not for the love of the party we have, if we don't love this party, that convention wouldn't have held. There would have been a crisis in that convention. But as people who say, look, let us go ahead. For peace to reign. David Man never thought it. Is there any other person who wants to say anything? He never thought it. No one. They went ahead and took it before them. Your pet. What will you do? Because we love, we say, look, anything that will cause crisis, let us avoid it. And like I said, anybody who knows me knows me too well. At that point, I would have said this convention cannot take place. If heaven was going to come down, we have allowed heaven to come down that particular day. But we said no. We must be in part to take over power because Nigerians are waiting for the party. So we must not do things that will let Nigerians know that look, we are not serious. So we allowed it. And everything went. Not even being satisfied after you have done all you have done by threatening that you will resign if you can win. He now went ahead to Governor Tambowa's house as the hero of the convention, a national chairman. You heard what Jang said. He has never had this in his life. A referee carrying the ball, putting for the other side, and the side scores, then he said he blows, it's a goal. Against all of that aspect. And so we thought, okay, it's over, it's over. There will be reconciliation or whatever. And let me tell anybody who cares to know, I never run for presidential position in order to be a vice president. Never. Never.
That's what people are saying, that because you are not chosen, that you are showing the traits of a bad loser.
You see, first of all, how you know those who are prepared to run the election? So they collected presidential form, at the same time collected senatorial form. You know that those who are not serious to run. I never collected for any senatorial form. Even after the vote, people say, come and go for Senate. I said, no, I wouldn't do that. I've already made a commitment that this Senate should be zoned to this area because they've never had it before. I must not be in power. By the grace of God, since 1999, I've been around. I mean, it's not a do or die affair. Now, and again, you know, when you're working as a team with people, sometimes you must listen to them. If I tell you the number of Nigerians that called me to say, listen, please make sure that you take the offer. I said, offer what? I said, no, I won't do that. I will not. They said, no, it's not for you. It is for our team. Let us also be relevant in the system. They will know that, yes, you don't need it. I said, I don't trust these people. I know them too well. So don't put me to this. The pressure was so much. I said, okay, let it not look as if it's a personal thing. But I told them, but then you will understand that you don't need to trust these people. What happened? After the convention, Saturday, Sunday, the candidate wanted to see me on Monday. And I was rushing back to Port Harcourt. And I said, I will leave him by 10:30. And so I can give the 10:30, after 10:30, afterwards. Luckily he came with Mana Waziri and Co, Tunda Yeni, all of them. Luckily for me, Bella Doke was there, Nanobi was there, Fayushe was there that morning. So he came and spoke. Then it was Mana Waziri who said, okay, two officials, we should go and have a private meeting in my office. One thing. A lady who sat down. He said, Governor. I said, sir, look, you must go. I said, why? He said, no. We have never had presidential candidate and chairman for the same zone.
This is a former vice president talking to you.
Telling me this. That was the first thing he said. And you know, when I come to them and I challenge, let the former vice president say, or the candidate say, no, I never say so. And I say, what? I say, Amana. And he's a model. He said, that is Amana. He never told me this.
Other people are there.
No, that's from private meeting after the general meeting. Then the next thing he told me was, I want us to work together. I said, like how? He said, look, this vice president, I don't know, but you have made promises to people. He said, no, you have not made any promises. I said, no. You have made promises to the governor of Delta. You have made promises to... He said, no, fine, he was just coming from there now. He just told them not possible. I said, sir, I will discuss with my people. So, that was that. The point I'm trying to say, integrity matters a lot. Integrity matters a lot. Because we are talking about trust. Part of what we have problem today in this country, people don't trust our leaders again. You say something here to me. In their spirit, they are saying a different thing. At the end of the day, you say it's political. It's by politics. No. Now, they now said they were going to give him certificate of return, and I was invited. I said, I don't need to come, and I didn't go. So the governor of Adamawa came to see me. I said, look, he didn't come for the assassin. What is it necessary? So if I don't come where they are presenting the certificate, I'm not this kind of eyesight, psychopath. I don't do that. It's okay. Why not go and congratulate him in his house? I think, but he has come here. He said, no, it doesn't matter, that's okay. I called one or two persons. Are you around? He said, yes. Come and join me. We went to the candidate's house. I said, congrats, sir. I've come to congratulate you. Stories from there. Now, some of the people now, they gave us it was then he told me that one of the ex-military soldiers, one of the ex-soldiers, one of former generals, wrote 3 names: Okowa, myself, and the governor of Akwa Ibom. And the chairman of the party was not happy. Why would he be the ex-general that will nominate names? He said, okay. He was now going to write a letter to the party for the party to nominate a presidential candidate for him. Now, he didn't want to make the mistake he made in 2018-19 when people accused him of nominating Peter Obi without letting people know. I challenged him to show the letter he wrote to the party. I challenged them to show the letter he wrote to the party. But it made the party not to constitute a high-power delegation. 5 members of National Working Committee, led by the Deputy National Chairman, North, National Secretary, National Woman Leader, Zonal Chairman of the North Central, and one other person. 3 governors, 7 governors, Chairman of Governors Forum, Amin Tambua, Bala Muhammad, and Autumn. 4 former governors, Sule Labidu, Ali Babangida, Yeli Moke, and Olusegun Midiko. 3 BOT, made up of 2 former Senate presidents, Senator David Mark, Senator Wabara, who at that time was Secretary of BOT, and India Churuba, and the 2 members of the National Assembly, the current Senate Minority Leader and House of Rep member Woloke. Let any of them say they either saw me, I either came to them to speak to any of them. I challenge any of them to come out and tell me that I either came to them or spoke to them. So please, as I go to this meeting, nominate me. I challenge anybody. They did their meeting. I was at home here. Of course, social media, whatever this and that happened. Before that meeting, the national chairman made sure they did not recommend anybody. Say, I'm on this tree. And some of them say, how can he say, you have already given us 3 names that people have submitted. And that the candidate that made preference that it must be a serving governor from the South. Who are the serving governors? Who are second-time governors living? Okowa, Udom, so it was clear. Well, the tried to do all permutations, all kind of things, and they wrote there in order of preference. So our preferred person, number one is this. But it's also pain me when the candidate will say, after that, national chairman went to the candidate in the midnight. I said, no. That's not what we told them to do. You can pick anybody. Fine. And when I saw them, I said, why do you have to go to this route? Why? You are the candidate. All you would have done, after 2 consultations, I have picked so person. Why do you have to make it look so? I mean, look at the crisis for nothing. It doesn't make sense.
Your Excellency, don't you think that the signs were there all along, but that you didn't see it? For instance, you vote for to contest for the presidential ticket.
Yes.
Governor Udo from the South vote for to contest for the presidency. Other governors from the South bought forms for different offices, like governor of Abia State, for Senate, and all of that. Only one governor on your party platform didn't buy any for any office. Governor Oko. There are insinuations that all along there had been an agreement between him and some persons, including the presidential candidate now, that he was going to be the running. The signs were there all along, but you didn't see it.
No, it's not correct. We have heard of this. I can tell you how much go about. Yes. But you see, if you're a good politician,
will you clarify that?
No, of course. I said we have had this, that he's going to run with Okowa, that Okowa is supported with funds, and this. We are all aware. It's not that we didn't see. But then, as good politicians, we started. Take for example, the United States of America. Biden ran with the vice. The President of America today, Kamala Harris gave Biden serious problem. And so when they wanted to pick the vice president, Biden said, look, this one gave me a problem. I cannot. But those in the Biden's camp who meant well for Biden citizen, if you want to win this election, you must take Kamala Harris. You don't tell us those who are close to Biden in his council, who meant well for him, and look at the support today. So the mere fact that you have had, the problem you have with some of our leaders, there are so many rent seekers around you. So many of them have not been in power for years. So they're all looking for how, look, I must bounce back home. Things are tough for me. So we have to find you to act. For Christ's sake.
Your Excellency, sir.
Okay.
From the onset, from the picture or the scenario you have painted, it's been a journey of broken promises, which we are well aware of. One would want to ask, why do the presidential aspirants from the South side insist from the onset that we must have zoning?
That's what I told
especially you. For the fact that the national chairman, prior to the convention, was already from the northern axis.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, that it's unfortunate. That is unfortunate what you find in the system. It's unfortunate. There's what they call an in-house also, sometimes the people who may be killing you may be the person from beside your house. No armed robber comes to you with time and inside and give you the information. That you know very well. But for me, it's not different. I said, okay, well done with that. In fact, look, if I follow, first of all, nobody forced you to say that if the presidential candidate emerges from the north, I would resign. Nobody forced him. But he knew that had been the practice. He knew that had been the practice. Why would you? I I've come out to a whole country, to a whole party. If this happens, I'm going to do that. And now people are not saying, okay, why not do this thing which you promised? And you're then beginning to attack individuals. Wicked. Was it wicked that told him to go and say that? Was it at the goal point? And let me tell you why I said, which also, apart from this, IU is very corrupt. Very, very corrupt.
It's a heavy allegation.
No, I
Your four major television.
Listen. I'm not saying, listen. You are talking to the governor of River State. I'm talking to the governor of River State. You see, I have told you, I am totally involved.
And because you're a lawyer also, so when you say this kind of thing, you probably have evidence.
Listen, IU has opportunity to challenge me. I will name. I said I would name. I told you I was going to speak. Am I not speaking today? We're not even going to that moral, or even some of the governors can tell you. Look, will he deny the fact that he did not collect $1 billion from Lagos?
From
Lagos?
Yes.
Who in Lagos?
I will let him deny. I will tell him who gave him the money.
Lagos?
Yeah, not Lagos state government, whatever. I'm talking about Lagos, the money was given to him in Lagos. Yes.
For what purpose?
He met one of the presidential aspirants and told him that he is not sure these governors may want to sponsor the party. Let IU say no. I would even call some of the businessmen and how the money was arranged in Lagos. That money did not enter to the account of PDP. But we're not attacking IU on that basis. We're attacking IU. This is what we are talking about.
When allegations, when big allegations are made, sir,
listen,
people want
I'm not a governor to crook. I'm not any governor. I'm a serious governor. I'm a very important governor. I can't just come here and begin to say anything. I said, I challenge.
You mentioned only one. You said you made
I just read one.
He took
I said,
money.
let him deny this, then you say more. What I say? Yes, that's what I said. I would even mention from the governors too.
Let me ask this question, Mr. Governor. You've spoken a lot about.
So that I don't forget. So that talk about integrity, about settlement and this. Now, we were invited to a meeting in London by the presidential candidate. We are 5 governors. Governor of Adamawa, who is the governor of the presidential candidate? Governor Otto, Governor Shemakende, Governor Ibas, and 5 of us. Senator Maka, who was one who was taking record. The presidential candidate told us, in truth, that he has confronted IU on this statement. And IU said, yes, he said so. He asked, okay, what do we do? We said, look, sir, we're here. If we're not interested to win this election, you didn't pay my flight money to this place. Why would I spend money to come to London to hold anything? Why would I spend such money? But because of the commitment, because we believe this party has to win the election, everything must be done. Sacrifices must be made in order for us to win the election. We said that, and he agreed with us that IU has to go. And what was remaining, he now said, we should give him 1 week. Let's go work at the modalities of IU going. Let Governor Fintri, who is the governor of Adamawa, let him tell Nigerians it is not correct. Let Governor Sheyi tell Nigerians it's not correct. Let Governor Otton tell Nigerians it's not correct. Let Governor Ibasi tell Nigerians it is not correct. This is what we agreed. For us to have peace, let's move on. Let bygone be bygone. What is the problem? You're a presidential candidate. Just give chairmanship to the South. So that when you are doing campaign, you are president candidate, your DG is not you. Look, Nigeria is such a complex country. What is that? Now, within that 1 week, we didn't hear for the presidential candidate again. All we know that the constitutional barrier. If he respects us, assuming, though not conceding, if the president candidate respects us, what stops him in calling us back? He said, look, I've gone to look at this thing. There are the constitutional issues. Even in that meeting, we said, look, bring your lawyer, let us sit down, work it out. But he never called us. All you now had on, you see, there are the constitutional issues, that's this. But we forgot that we have constitutional matter. The constitution said you must zone. Now we just see our constitution. Now you are bringing constitutional, what kind of, what kind of conduct?
Governor, if I may get to my part, I guess we still get into what the constitution of the PDP says, because when speaking with some of the members of your party that were in the meeting, they said, well, this is a moral issue. I think the chairman of the party has said. But let me ask, there are those in your party who believe that as much as you are not happy with what Senator Yocha Ayo said, I was going to step down should a presidential candidate from the north emerge, that in fact there is much more anger coming that is more than that of Senator Ayo, which is the fact that your relationship with your very good friend, the governor of Sokoto, and you feel so betrayed by him, and that is in fact the real reason. I mean, you're speaking to Nigerians today. Can you clarify which is more of anger to you? The anger of your friend Tambua, who you feel betrayed you, or the anger of Senator Ayu?
Okay, if I'm angry that he betrayed me, well,
did he betray you?
Hold it. First of all, if I'm angry that he betrayed me, what am I going to do? I mean, so will you kill yourself that somebody betrayed you? Want to move on with your life? Have I not been doing my work as governor of River State? If in his conscience, if he feels that what he did was right, so be it. If he knows what he did was not right, he should know what to do. I don't even think about it, frankly speaking.
It doesn't upset you?
Even if you upset me, it's like you lost a child. It may be painful that your life must go on. In this case, a man decided what he wanted to do. He's not my son. Even if he's my son, he's of age to take a decision. And you're taking a decision. Do I go and kill him? I move on with life. And he's moving on with his life. Did we sign an agreement that we must marry together all through our life? Are we married? I don't understand when people talk about anger, no anger. I've loved that. Look, one thing you must understand, and if you're not prepared for it, if you want to be a leader, if you want to be a politician in Nigeria, you must have what we call a shock observer. If you don't have a shock observer, you will die. You must. At all times, you see these things happen. So you don't need to begin to put yourself, except you're not prepared. That's all about a leadership. That's all about the leadership. Is it me? Didn't Nigerians watch it? You, what is your feeling? You, what do you think? You, what do you think? You watch it on television, so it is for you to, take your own position, whether you're happy, whether it's right or not. But that is not what we're talking. Whatever has happened has happened. Won't you move the party forward? Why do all this vice presidential candidate, this and that? And sometimes when I watch television, I say, where did they get these stories from? Where did they get it from? Who has ever spoken to me to say, I said, now I will not forgive them because I didn't get president. I will not forgive them because I didn't get vice presidential candidate. People who are afraid of me around them, they know. I'm a no-nonsense person. I'm a no-nonsense person. I don't go up because you're president. I begin to run around you every day. I won't do that. I have a lot of work to do.
Your Excellency, some people are of the opinion that within your group as governors, there are those who are telling the national chairman not to quit, and that if he quits, they will leave the party. You know, somebody even mentioned the governor from one of the south states as saying that if he leaves, they will leave the party. Could this be one reason the national chairman is bent on hanging on?
Well, you must know, in everything you are doing in life, there are people whose life that are doing how they live their life. They even have no say publicly. They do that at the back. I will say my own. Let those governors from the south or southeast or southwest come out to say. Let them open their mouth and say to Nigerians that when support that the chairman and president should remain in one zone. Let them come out and say it. It's not to go back and talk. You know, there are people, even now to see you, that you get. Look, I'm very happy. You know why? I'm living. And I feel so proud that I can tell anybody in this country today that go to River State. I'm satisfied with what I have done, and the people of the state are very much satisfied with what I have done. I'm not one of those governors when you leave office, I go and find somewhere in Abuja to stay to join associations. I won't do that. I will not do that. I will not be relevant through association. I will be relevant through my contribution in my state. That's what makes a politician. That's why I look at Nigeria today. Former Ministers Forum, former Governors Forum, former Chief of Staff Forum, former Councillors Forum, former House Officers Forum, former Principal Officers Forum. Look, because nobody has anything to do, just one problem or the other. That's why I was in Abuja. As a governor, I don't sleep in Abuja. As a governor, when I have all excuses to go and stay in Abuja. But, not to tell you, even if I leave office, what to attract me there? Except I have something to eat. I go to, you see, the point I'm trying to make, forget about those people who are saying that the chairman resign. No problem. If they should not resign, that shouldn't be peace. Okay.
Your Excellency,
okay.
Your Excellency, some people are saying that your insistence on the chairman's resignation in the manner in which you are asking for it will create more crisis for the party. In the sense that if he steps aside, he still leaves you with the burning end of the stick. In the sense, because if you read the party's constitution, Article 47(6), where a vacancy occurs in any of the offices of the party, the executive committee at the appropriate level shall appoint another person from the area or zone where the officer originated from to serve out the tenure of the officer. So if IU steps aside like you are asking him to, the next person that may be called upon to fill that vacancy will also be from the north, which still leaves you with the burning end of the state. If you flip the coin around, the other solution would be for the party to probably convene a convention to elect a new national chairman. And that the party cannot afford that in months to election. What do you say to that?
You know, Iras, why did I commit crime? Because there's no job. If I have that person, he said, because yes, I'm working, but the money I think is not enough. So many criminals have various reasons on why they commit a crime. These are people who have nothing to offer this party electorally. You are talking about constitution now. But you forget that the constitution says there should be zoning of elective and party offices. You did not remember that constitution says so. Now, is there nothing called expediency? Is there nothing called necessity? Look, now look at where we have found ourselves. Doctrine of whatever they may call it. Doctrine of necessity, doctrine of expediency. Look, we never knew we put ourselves into it. Not that you never knew, you knew. Ordinarily, I've been issued this chairman, this governorship would have been zoned. I mean, this presidency ought to have been zoned to the south. You knew it. All you thought what you've done is to show how clever or how smart you are. Now there's a crisis now. You are now falling back to their constitution to say, look, there are constitutional crisis. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You can't. It's never done anywhere. Sacrifice we make. What's wrong? If the national chairman, who has already said, did you know of the provisions of this constitution? Did he not know of the provisions of this constitution before he said, if the presidential candidate emerges from so-so zone, I will give up? Was this provision inserted now? Why do you know hot and cold? Why? Why? So I don't think anybody is saying that. There's no way. Even NEC could meet and take that decision and then ratify it in a convention later. For expediency purposes, we have to zone back this chairmanship to the south. NEC can take, I don't know where these so-called lawyers are getting from. Because of interest. NEC can take that decision and ratify it in the convention. So whom are they deceiving? So whom are they deceiving? Yes.
After the election.
Yes. All we want is, now that you have given presidency to them, let us take our own chairman. Because when they are meeting for decision making, the presidential candidate sits here, the national chairman sits here, the DG of campaign sits here. They take decision. Then they come and tell the people to execute. Now I hear they say board of trustees. What is called board of trustees means what? Why did they put pressure on the board of trustees chairman to resign? And then now you cannot put pressure on national chairman to resign. Look. As when I was trying to run as a governor, I had a lot of crises. But I have to let go certain things for us to be able to win an election. The problem is that we have not won an election. We are too arrogant. We are too arrogant. We have not won an election. We are telling Nigerians, look, you can't trust us. We say one thing, we do a different thing. You are going to campaign, people will easily, they will show you on video. See what you said now. I mean, simple thing. Instead of you to do the right thing, all you will do is name calling. Who is wicked? Who will do without you? I never say you cannot do without me. I never say so. But all I say, you can't do without me in my state. That's like what I've always said. What is my business? Will I go to Ondo? Will I go to Oyo? You can do without me, I agree. But to say you do without me in this state, it will not be possible.
But how do you do it in such a way that if they do without you, or you do without them, the election of the presidency will have the National Assembly on that day. If you do not stick with the article and do not listen to you, what would you do?
What is your business? What do you get to do? You think about how to cross the bridge?
I thought today, Your Excellency, I thought today you are bearing it on.
It's not my business to tell you my strategy in the election. Every election has its own strategy.
Let me ask you.
You don't. Let me ask you one question. Have you not seen where governors win and assembly lose election in your constituency? In the same election now. Have you not seen where assembly member loses seat in that same and governor won in that constituency?
So that could happen here.
I'm not saying so. I'm not saying so. So you don't put words into my mouth. all I'm saying is that you asked the question. I said, look, we are still talking about peace. You understand me? It's only when you say you don't want us, do you understand me? Then we can now fall back and say, what do we do? But we don't talk about what we do now when they are still opening for people to discuss. I'm not on an election. It's a man who wears his shoe, not like. So if you say you need me, you know what to do. But if you say I'm not relevant, you know it is your own business. But the point is that all this name calling, weekend group, this, we'll deal with them, we'll do this. You know, you compound their problems. Take for example, since 1999, we have never won Yobe State. Since 1999. But one of the problem people is from that Yobe State. So what will he give the party? What will he give the party?
Who is this person?
You know him, Maina Waziri. Since 1999, has PDP won Yobe State?
Or even is what?
Or you this one. So what is the electoral value now? He will bring to the table. Tell me, since 1999 we started this democracy. PDP has never won Yobe State. And then you are going about. We'll deal with him. We'll sanction him. Meanwhile, we are zero in your state. You sanction the person that has given you 100%. You that have back nothing, you're sanctioning me. Have you seen how this party and this country? Me, I brought something on the table. The man who didn't bring anything sanctioned the man who brought something.
Your Excellency, in the event that the consensus not to meet the constitutional requirements for the removal of the national.
There is nothing like constitutional requirement. We are not removing. We are not removing. We are saying, look, so where we have boxed ourselves in. Because of us and because of some of us thought we are being smarter than other people. Now we have boxed ourselves into this by our own action. Now there must be experience. Sacrifices must be made in order to remedy this. We are not removing us because you committed so offense. We say, look, for political expediency, making us forward to win this election, and for inclusivity, to make all of us believe that we are all one. Okay, take for example. Did you watch the video of Governor Tambo's campaign in Imo State? Did you watch the video when he said, look, why would there no problem in this country when there's marginalization? He said so when he was campaigning for delegates in Imo State about the Igbos. That marginalization and so therefore there's crisis. And now the same thing has come to our party. We are saying, look, let us not do what these people are doing. Let us tell Nigerians that, look, we are ready. That's why we are taking the decision we are taking. Look at what happened in APC. Look at when the governors came out. I said, listen, this is one country. Let us make it so that everybody will know all of us belong to one. And that they are moving their presidency to the south. We are not fighting again. We have given it to the north. But give the chairman to the south. And you are not saying no. So where is the inclusivity now?
Your Excellency, I think we need to take a break now.
Thank you.
We'll take a break, everyone. And when we come back, the conversation, the media chat with Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State continues. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Sibake Stadium on me. See them as and frame me. Yeah, he quite over chairman, Central Planning Committee. Me. Can we please put our hands together for him? Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Deacon Emmanuel, and his graceful spouse, the First Lady of Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellencies, all other governors that have visited Akwa Ibom State today that are here with us, Mr. Speaker, Madam Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ralph has enunciated a good deal of the courtesy or protocol today. Let me stand on those courtesies. My friends, my brothers and my sisters, in Genesis, God made man in his own image and likeness, and man was in the Garden of Eden, because Eden was conducive for creativity, for innovation, and for progress. My friends, my brothers and my sisters, even before the independence of Nigeria in 1960, the people of this part of Nigeria, today called Akwa Ibom State, we had in the 1920s and 30s embarked upon the process of human capacity building, because we knew that our forebears, who knew even better that knowledge is power because it empowers those who possess it. And in having to use the power of knowledge, the ambience must be conducive for creativity and innovation. My friends and my brothers and sisters, from the First Republic to the Second Republic, the people of our Ibom State were yearning for that conducive ambience for creativity, for self-determination, for development, and for progress. Friends, brothers and sisters, 1987, September 23rd, came forward as ordained by the Almighty God and the then military president, General Ibrahim Badabasi Babangida, created Akwa Ibom State. My friends, we have today, 35 years after, with many reasons to celebrate, because we know that the yearnings of our forebears at the time to have a state where we could determine our fortunes, have some good control of our resources to use them for constructive socio-economic development. We have good reason to thank the Almighty God, Your Excellencies and my friends, and my brothers and sisters. We've come a long way. Today we have our airport. Today,
yet it has taken an APC that has by far fewer southern governors to take the decision to cause power to shift to the south. How did this happen in your party, despite the fact that you have so many governors from the south?
You should praise those of us who stand and to say that, look, power should shift to the south. People like Governor of Enugu State, people like Abia State, people like West, Shey Makinde, Odom contested, you know. If you're a governor, that's what I can do. You know what to, if that is what your people want. But I told them that this is what my people want, and that is why we have to go for it. And you see, like people said, no, for the unity of this country, for the unity of this country. Yes, everybody wants how things will be done in such a way that nobody should care where you come from. We'll get to that point. But as it is today, we have not reached that level where you undermine these factors. No. And that is why it is critical to some of us in PDP. I said, do they understand the mistake they're making? If APC as a ruling party can come out categorically and say, we are zoning this to the south. And then we in PDP, we have lost it. And then we are saying, okay, appealing to you so that we peace everywhere. We can have something to talk to our people. Give us back chairman. You are still saying no. What message are we sending? We have accepted our fate by making sure the party candidate has emerged. And we say, look, for whatever way it is, let us do things so that peace will reign and let's move on. And people are still trying to show that they determine what will happen in this country. By the mere fact that whatever they say is what will happen. And people are going to say, come on, I'm not a slave. No way. No way. We must do the right thing. We must show Nigerians this is where we are coming to. And you have been arrogant about it. Why are you arrogant about it? It's of you to face the facts. Every day you go and pay money to some media people. Wike did this, Wike did that, Wike did this, Wike did that. Is Wike going to be chairman of the party?
Governor, let me quickly ask you this here. Yeah. During the commissioning in Havada campus of the River State University, you said something.
What did I say?
You said that you know the reason why the Article camp are doing what they are doing.
Yeah.
And you made a promise, just like you said you're going to talk.
Okay.
I know where you said.
You know where you're going to.
You said you.
Let me check you. Don't worry.
You know my question.
Yes, you've already said.
You said you know the reason why.
If you're a good student, the mere fact you make the introduction, I know where you're heading to. So you don't need to put that. So let me just say that. Because I said they believe that the presidency is supporting them. They believe
that President Buhari is supporting them.
Nah, presidency is not Buhari.
Someone in the presidency.
Presidency is not Buhari. Buhari is the head of the presidency. And like I said, we are coming small. That the time you reveal one, that the time you said you're one. You don't say everything one day. You see, you will tell Nigerians for today, this is what you are telling them. Another time we'll tell Nigerians, see, this is what you look. No party that wants to win an election that can be arrogant like this. No party that is ready to take over power from APC. You know, APC is not like PDP. APC is something else. Look, how many of them have the federal government invaded an election the way they invaded the state? How many of them says? So I know what APC can do. So as an opposition party who is trying to lure the people, have the sympathy of the people, you must also understand to show humility. Sure. Look, we are humble. We are ready to tackle the issues of this country. And to show that, see what you have done. See what you have done. See what you are going to do. Look, development alone is not the only problem Nigeria has. Insecurity alone is not the only problem Nigeria has. Part of our problem is non-inclusivity of people. Certain sectors believing that they have been marginalized. Whether you like it or not, you must show that you have the capacity to bring everybody together. And to show that capacity, I have started it. How did I start it? I know by our party convention. I know by our party, this is the cost of culture of our party. This is where we have done our things. And now we are boxing to something. I have the capacity to resolve it. Gentlemen, let's not talk about law. Let's talk about political expedience in order to win election. And that political expedience will take some sacrifices. And we have to make sacrifices in order for everybody to move along. If you don't do that, and you carry this kind of arrogance, you pay for it.
Your Excellency, you have quite not answered the question that I was asking.
I told you, no.
Now you said, just a moment, sir. You said that there is a belief that
some people
in the presidency,
yes. Some people are supporting
some persons in the presidency are supporting them, and they believe that the power will return to the north, and that's why they have the confidence. And you imagine that the President Buhari is from the north, and Mr. Atiku Abubakar is also from the north. What do you make of that scenario? If you think that some people in the presidency are working with
I may not be thinking of President Buhari. Mind you too, you have heard of so many things in the presidency, which sometimes the president may not know. Mind you, remember, under the APC primary, you heard that it was the presidency that brought Ahmed. You had so. But you also had one president said, no, everybody go to the field. They began to wonder, but I thought they said it was the president. That's why I said they believe. They believe. They believe may not to be correct. That's the point I'm telling.
Since
that you see, look, in power, let me tell you, there are those who are close to me. Do you understand me? There are those who are close to me. Somebody who's close to me come out to tell you this is what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, that such a discussion has not taken place. Yes. And if you believe that person, how close he is to me, there's a likelihood you may be tempted to agree that yes, this is correct. And two, certain steps too, the person may show you, which will also make you believe the more that it is correct. Until finally, it does for you that all I'm saying is not correct too. So that's the point I'm trying to make. But why you should know is that an opposition party who really wants to take over power allow yourself for things that look for peace sake to resolve issue. We begin to say that we won't do it because we want to consider cases. And I was, in fact, when I read the text by the candidate, rule of law, who has violated the rule of law now? Who have violated section 73C of the PDP constitution? Why did we jettison a whole our own constitution? Then we're not talking about rule of law. That our government will be anchored based on rule of law. Meanwhile, we are not practicing the rule of law. By following section 73C. If we had followed section 73C, would you have come to this issue of talking about if China resigns, this will happen, that will not happen. You purposely did what you did in order to suit you. Now you have run into storming water, and then you are saying constitutionalism, removal. No.
Your Excellency,
we will not accept that at all.
If the law of expediency does not hold sway, if the law of expediency, like you mentioned, does not suffice, will you still don't be pessimistic. I don't mean to.
I am not a pessimist, so I don't say if. Okay. If allow you to get to that.
No, we're almost there, sir.
No,
that's why we are here.
Are you preaching for peace for us, or you want us to divide?
We want peace.
Okay.
For progress and development of this nation.
Well, let me tell you something.
Just in the event that this man does not honor his word, where do we go from here?
I told you this yesterday.
Yes, that you remain.
I said I will remain in PDP. The fight for inclusivity must be in the party. and I will remain there to fight for it. I'm not a man who sits flat and runs away.
Your Excellency, there's a suggestion that the PDP can actually do without Rivers State or Rivers State votes. That after all, President Buhari became president in 2015, he didn't win Rivers State. President Buhari became president in 2019, he didn't need Rivers State vote. And they are advancing the same argument that Atiku could become president of Nigeria without Rivers State. What do you say?
If God decides
that will be in spite of me.
If God decides that he will be president, that not anybody can do. But for us as men, we don't know what God is thinking. But as men, anybody advising Atiku that is a wicked man to Atiku. And I know those who are doing it.
How so?
No, let me tell you. I know those who are doing it. They don't have electoral value in their own units. Some of them are from Edo. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Look at their calculation. Atiku didn't win Rivers State. Buhari didn't win Rivers State. But Buhari won Lagos and Kano.
That's right.
Right? Does Atiku have Lagos now? Does he have Kano? The only way he has always had is Rivers. And you say you don't want them. So you have 0/3.
He has not said it also.
No. He said that you asked this question. Yes. That's from Atiku's camp. And these are people who don't have electoral value. If anybody has electoral value, why would he even opine that? Why would he even say such a thing? They don't. Okay, take for example, a president of Nigeria that does not have a governor of Rivers, does not have governor of Lagos, does not have governor of Kano. That president will be comfortable. No, tell me, that president will be comfortable. That also tells you what do they have in mind about stability of Nigeria. Do they really want Nigeria to stabilize? So I don't think that Atiku, the candidate of the party, will listen to those kind of suggestions, political irrelevance. I call them political irrelevance. I call them so. Because I can be proud to say, since 1999, Rivers State has always been PDP. In 2015, we won. Remember, there was a serving governor here who was the DG of Buhari campaign. He didn't get 25%. In 2019, he was a minister. He was the DG. He did not get 25% here. You think this state, you think that we are just like that. Someone, look, do it. Let those political pundits carry out the action. Let them carry out the action they want to carry. Ignore Rivers State. Ignore Lagos. Ignore Kano. They are not important.
The argument is that it is not the people of Rivers State or Rivers State voters who are members of the PDP that are involved in this, that it is you as a person.
And let them wait for them. Why not wait? I don't have a wife to talk to. I don't have my son. He is a registered voter. I have my father, so I can't talk to my father. I don't have my friends to preach to them. Well, they will see, when is the people who are not politicians, they don't talk anyhow. No reasonable politician will make that kind of statement. A sitting governor, not just a governor that has performed to beyond expectation. You, as you came to Rivers State, are you not happy? No, look, what brings the vote? I'll go to every local government and say, this is why you must vote for us. Because I have done this in this local government. Because I have done this in this local government. Because I have done this in this local 23 local government, not one will escape me. Not one. Because the facts are there. I have fought for Rivers State interest. Yeah. They know I'm not that kind of governor that will sell their interest.
I'm just wondering the kind of difficult task you have put yourself in, because you are not leaving the PDP, yet you are dissatisfied with the PDP, and I'm wondering what kind of messages you'll be preaching when you are campaigning. Okay, I'm angry with the PDP, don't vote for this particular person.
Are you in our campaign committee? Leave us to strategize You see, look. The way I talk to you journalists is not the way I talk to other people. All people have their own audience. Whichever audience. They want to call family meetings. They want to call age groups. They understand it? They want to call born again people. So for that, the one you hear, where you see everybody in the field, is different from the other campaign. This one that people read when you go to a place, there's over 1 million crowd came. I go there too, over 1 million crowd, the same crowd. The same crowd.
Your Excellency.
That's what we used to judge.
Yeah. So let me quickly add that.
It's a follow-up to what you said.
Right.
From what we have heard here from you, it is extremely easy to come to a conclusion that both the national chairman of your party and the presidential candidate of your party have, in their conduct towards you, shown that they are not trustworthy people. Now, you want to remain in the party with Nigerians having the belief that the way Governor Wike has been treated by his party leaders, they are not trustworthy. Do you think that Nigerians will still continue to invest their trust in a party led by people who have shown a lack of good character and trustworthiness towards one of the leading lights of their party?
Well, I'll take it this way. It has nothing to do with the treatment to Wike. I want us to remove Wike. What Wike is fighting is justice, fairness, and equity. Not me. All I'm saying, the way our party has always been, that I made it to show a party of inclusivity. You have taken this, allow chairman to go to so zone. Not about Wike, the way they treat me. Nobody has the capacity to treat me anyhow. Now, about trustworthiness, let us conclude first. Assuming they change their mind tomorrow and do what is needful, will I say they are not trustworthy? So I will not conclude now that they are not trustworthy.
But for now, they are not.
I will conclude that. I don't know, from that till now, anything can happen. But just be calm. We will know. But the point I'm making is that it is you, that what I mean you, we, as a party, that must show to Nigerians we have integrity, we are trustworthy, and we have promised Nigerians when we come, all these issues of modernization will be a thing of the past. When we come, we'll make sure Nigeria lives as one. Now, the only way Nigerians can take it, start from this one now. Start from this one now. If you can do this, then you are giving Nigerians hope that when we come, really, a lot of things will be done. But if you cannot do this now, then you are making Nigerians to be afraid. You see, people take Nigerians for granted. You see, that's what people is trying to do. Because Nigerians are not happy with APC. And therefore, we don't want to do the right thing because Nigerians are not happy with APC. You don't do that. You don't do that. Rather, since you believe that APC have not done well, since we believe the party of the government have not done well, then we, as people who want to take over, should show more seriousness to Nigerians. That's the point of today. And with what you are doing, you are scaring Nigerians. And that's what we are saying. We don't scare Nigerians. This thing is waiting for us to take. It's waiting for us to take. Make the sacrifice. Do the needful. So that we won't begin to kill ourselves. It's already there. It's right.
Mr. Governor, Let me quickly jump in. There are those who debate that what is playing out now in the PDP and that you are fighting for in the PDP, this is not the first time we're saying it. If you remember, Senator Ahmadu Ali was the national chairman of the PDP when the late Yaradua became the candidate of the PDP. He was in office until the late president became president of the Federal Republic. And they are from the same region. Similar to, just a moment. Okay. And, there are those who are also saying that, in fact, some of your supporters, some of your allies are already crossing to the other side. Maybe they are tired of the struggle.
Who are those allies? Who are those allies? No, tell me the allies so that I know.
These are conversations in your party, and you know them very well. There are some who are on your side, and they're now crossing because some of them are running for election, or their children or something are running for election. They are already crossing to the other side. What would you say to that?
Okay, let me just correct an impression. You see, what people don't know, have you participated in guerrilla warfare before? Do you know what's called guerrilla warfare? You're not a politician. You know, like what the party did, and we were laughing when they wrote to some of my friends to submit names to the campaign council. We saw them submit. That are wrong. Did you not withdraw for the campaign council? Those who submitted, did they withdraw for the campaign council? When the group takes a decision, they're taking a decision. It doesn't work that way. There are those who have told, don't talk.
No, it's not everybody will say to you that.
It's not everybody. You say Sheyi talks. You don't ask me of our strategies. You think you are just seeing me. If I tell you those you don't know, who are very powerful, you don't know them. Two, you talk about people should correct history. But let me even start. Assuming they're not considering that was correct at that time. Assuming they're not considering that was correct. Should you continue with what is not right? Assuming what you are saying as per Ahmadu Ali and this, assuming. But they forget that we had a sitting president who was Obasanjo, who is from the south. So what are they talking about? When Ahmadu Ali left, who took over the party? I mean, these people, I don't know where they get their facts. Obasanjo was a sitting president. So you cannot bring that scenario as the same scenario here. We don't have a president. We don't have a president. So if the president can come from one zone, the chairman must come from the other zone. Simplicity. And as I will also tell you, even if we are 200 here, it's nothing to do with Wike's allies and right away. It is based on what you believe in. I believe that justice, fairness, and equity should be allowed for a party to progress, for a party to stand as a party that wants to take over the realms of affairs of this country. In fact, they should even thank us that we are pushing our party to let the world not think that some of these people are behaving like that, that the people who are the party. There are still people who believe in equity, justice, and fairness. Look, no, if I need power, if I want to be in power, I would have wanted to take the Senate. But I said, no. That's a man who believes equity, fairness, and justice. Because in my senatorial zone, there's one zone I've never one day attempted to be. We are the majority. Another minority area, they have gone and gone and gone. My people said, look, we cannot. I said, no. Today you are majority. You don't know what tomorrow will be. I said, no. Give it to that zone. Let them produce the Senate. So the analysis does not rhyme at all. A man go sleep. He go sleep. You see, I'm going to preach English now.
Them, so they don't want to make you sleep. Sir.
Them too, they go sleep. Nobody has monopoly of making
There could be basis, Your Excellency, from what Babajide's question came from.
That I did what?
The fact that, is it true also that some other political parties are weighing you, they're talking to you?
So they're not important. Do you want somebody that's not important?
Are they weighing you, truly?
You are the one who's saying that they're weighing
you. I'm asking a question. I'm a journalist, so I'm asking. Are the other political parties talking to you?
Who does not want to win River State?
So they are truly talking to you?
Why would you talk to me?
Is the APC or Labour Party?
So many parties.
That's anti-party.
It's not correct. It's not correct. You're not a good politician.
You have 1 minute.
Our presidential candidate, does he not talk to APC people? Does he not want them to join them? You see, if you're an asset, people must come and talk to you. Who is a pretty girl that nobody wants to go and talk to?
Yes, how do you want the national executive to go about suggestion?
When you are talking about IU, we have said not to remove her. You people are mistaken two things here. We are saying because of what we have caused by ourselves.
Yes.
By refusing to zone the elective office president,
Yes.
we have boxed ourselves to a corner now, where we are trying to break the convention and the constitution of our party, and therefore something must give way for us to move forward. And if IU said he loves this party so much, he wants this party to win the election, can I tell you the fight they're fighting? Okay, IU and Saraki are not too happy to say, you know why? I wants to be in power in office so that you will be there. If we win, he wants to secretary to government of federation.
Seriously?
Who wants to be?
IU.
Seriously?
Saraki are here. You know, these positions have been shared. And then they are talking to the young boys like us, small boys, children, as if we don't know what is going on. I can tell you that most of you don't know what is going on. Somebody has been given the Senate president. Do you think, look at me very well, I will sit here before national television to tell you things I do not know? It's just because of confidentiality and certain things you cannot say them here. If Nigerians hear a lot of things, going on now in the party that wants to take over the reins of power, you will shake your head. So simple thing, make sacrifice. My brother, my sister, look, I want to do this. Take decision. You did not remove. You are resigning. It's not removal. Resignation is not a removal. You are resigning because we have problem. And I'm the one that can salvage this problem now. And let me salvage it now. That's what they are calling you for. We are not saying you have been removed. And nobody's saying that.
We're out of time.
Nigeria is also out of time.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for allowing us to take so much of your time today. And I'm sure this has not foreclosed all the issues.
We have so many more issues.
Yes, after all, the campaigns will start very soon. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And of course, from my colleagues there, Ameze Igebo, she's a Director News NTA. Thank you so much, Ameze. And of course, my brother, Shehu Okibale. Thank you so much, Shehu.
Thank you so much.
And of course, my very good friend, Jide. Thank you so much, Jide, for being here. And we must also acknowledge the presence of some party officials. I can say Ambassador Desmond Akawo leading the PDP officials. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you too to members of the public for maintaining peace. My name is Benga Arweba, and we'll see you around.
Presentation of the prizes, and please, everybody standing on the tracks, We are going to take a brief musical interlude so that you can clear the tracks for the march past, please. Political groups, different groups, everybody on the tracks. We are going to take a march past. So if you are